Welcome back. Today we follow a builder as she establishes a permanent shelter on a rugged riverbank, turning raw forest materials into a comfortable retreat. The work begins at the ground level. A strong foundation dictates the stability of the entire structure. Loose, damp topsoil offers no load-bearing support, so the site must be leveled using dense river stones. These rocks lock together naturally, creating a raised barrier against ground moisture. Moisture is the greatest enemy of any wooden structure. By elevating the base log off the wet earth, the timber is protected from rapid decay. The first heavy timber is wrestled into position. Dark, waterlogged wood is heavy, but it carries an advantage. Its dense core is already saturated, making it highly resistant to further swelling or warping in this humid microclimate. The foundation is set. Placing rocks along the perimeter does more than define the space. It anchors the base layer against the lateral force of the soil. Smooth river stones are ideal here. Their rounded edges allow water to drain efficiently through the gaps, preventing puddles from pooling under the floor during heavy rains. The builder carefully presses the primary log against this stone lip. The friction between the rough bark and the stone creates a natural locking mechanism. This eliminates the need for modern fasteners. Gravity and friction do the holding. The heavy mass of the log settles into the stone bed, establishing a level plane for the walls to follow. Every subsequent layer will depend on the stability of this single contact point. the frame transitions from the ground to the walls. Vertical poles are secured, creating a sturdy skeleton to receive the horizontal bulk. Thick, moss-covered logs are stacked carefully into place. Leaving the moss intact serves a crucial structural purpose. It acts as a living, chinking material, expanding with humidity to seal out wind and insects. With the exterior shell complete, the focus shifts inward. A large banana leaf is unrolled across the uneven floor, functioning as a natural tarp. Its waxy, hydrophobic surface blocks residual dampness from seeping up from the soil. The broad leaves also trap a thin layer of dead air, providing essential thermal insulation against the cold ground. The harsh timber frame softens into a habitable space. Comfort is critical for long-term endurance. Nightfall transforms the damp riverbank into a deeply cold environment. The builder brings in dry wood, shifting her attention to the stone hearth. Containing a fire within a timber structure requires precise thermal management. The stone hearth absorbs the intense initial heat, radiating it back into the shelter slowly over the course of the night. It turns the enclosure into a thermal battery. As the flames catch, she begins carving a hollow section of bamboo. Bamboo is a naturally sterile material. Its dense silica fibers make it an excellent vessel for hot liquids, resisting thermal shock that would crack ordinary wood. The fresh cut creates a clean rim. She prepares a warm drink, taking advantage of the fire's early aggressive heat before it settles into a slow burning ember bed. The radiant heat from the hearth drives the remaining humidity out of the shelter's interior. As the active flames die down, the thick log walls capture and hold the warmth. The ambient temperature stabilizes. She rests by the flickering light, conserving energy after a day of heavy physical labor. Recovery is just as important as construction. The dense forest outside remains active, but the shelter stands as a quiet, isolated pocket of security. Lantern light dims as the night deepens. By maintaining a low, steady ember base, the risk of stray sparks is eliminated while still providing enough warmth to combat the pre-dawn chill. The structure does exactly what it was designed to do. It protects. By morning, the forest resets. The heavy canopy overhead diffuses the harsh sunlight, keeping the air cool and humid. This dense shade prevents the morning dew from evaporating quickly. The persistent moisture is what allows the moss and ferns integrated into the shelter to survive, keeping the living camouflage alive and effective. A permanent water source nearby is the most critical asset in any long-term camp. The flowing stream provides hydration, sanitation, and a natural cooling effect through evaporation. It is a continuous, self-sustaining resource. The ambient sounds of the forest indicate a healthy, undisturbed ecosystem. Insects and moving water create a steady baseline of noise that actually aids in resting, masking the abrupt sounds of shifting branches. Understanding the landscape means recognizing its natural rhythms. The thick vegetation along the riverbank acts as a windbreak, sheltering the camp from unpredictable gusts that could strip the roof or scatter campfire ashes. Every element of the surrounding environment plays a role in the shelter's ongoing stability. The builder utilizes this downtime to allow the mud and clay used in the wall construction to fully cure. Sun-baked clay hardens into a durable mortar, locking the heavy logs firmly in place. Rushing the curing process often leads to structural cracking. Patience here yields a permanent windproof seal. The forest dictates the pace of the work, and the craftsman follows it. As evening returns, attention shifts to sustenance. The builder scrapes freshly chopped chilies into a bamboo cylinder, mixing them with lime. The high acidity of the citrus acts as a natural tenderizer for the fish meat. Basting the catch as it roasts is crucial for moisture retention. The open flame strips away the outer layer of fat rapidly. By constantly applying the acidic, watery mixture to the skin, she prevents the exterior from burning before the dense muscle tissue inside is fully cooked. The wooden stick used for basting absorbs some of the heat, ensuring the delicate fish skin doesn't tear upon contact. The cooking process is slow and deliberate. A well-managed fire produces deep, glowing coals that emit consistent infrared heat. This is far superior to open flames, which fluctuate wildly and leave food scorched on the outside but raw in the center. The fish skin blisters and chars, creating a protective barrier that seals the natural oils inside the meat. Once the cooking is complete, the fish is carefully pulled from the heat. Slicing the meat on a clean wooden board keeps the food free of ash and dirt. The puppy waits patiently nearby. Sharing the high-protein meal ensures both the builder and her companion recover the calories burned during the intensive construction process. Energy management is a shared priority. The meal is portioned carefully, separating the delicate meat from the heavy bones. Chopsticks provide the precision needed to extract every usable calorie. As the night deepens, the fire naturally subsides into a bed of soft red coals, leaving the campsite quiet and secure. The heavy lifting is finished. What began as a pile of loose stones and raw timber is now a functioning homestead. In the end, structure, landscape, and daily routine operate as one system. It is a place that produces, protects, and sustains itself. The forest provides the materials, and the craftsman provides the intent. They exist together in perfect balance.